Yo, 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 what's happening? Shmiz Troublemaker, and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to do something extremely different. And today we're going to be talking about manga, you know what I'm saying, or anime. Manga is the comic book, and anime is the animation that comes from the comic book. So we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about one of my favorite shows of all time, which is Dragon Ball Z. Okay, but now it's Dragon Ball Super. And what I want to talk about today, but hey, before I begin, can I at least get 30 likes on the video? If I get 30 likes on the video, I'll probably continue talking about manga if you guys want to hear it. But we're going to talk about just specifically the new chapter that came out. I don't know what chapter it's called. I stopped following Dragon Ball Z for a very long time until it came back recently, and then I stopped following it again because of the number one issue that I believe that's in Dragon Ball Z currently. And the number one issue in Dragon Ball Z to me, this is what I see, is storytelling. Whoever's writing the story is a repetition. It gets repetitive of over the years since for the last 20 years. If you've been watching Dragon Ball Z for the last 20 years, maybe 25, 23, hey, it makes me sound old, but if you've been watching Dragon Ball Z since 2005 or even earlier than that, you will understand that there's a specific pattern that Dragon Ball Z have when it comes to their story. Either Goku, okay, either he gets beat up, and then after he gets beat up by whoever it is, he gains new power, and then he ends up finishing it off. Finishing off the villain or finishing off whoever he's fighting at that time, whatever mass villain there is. And Vegeta always got the short end of the stick. And I'm not just going to talk about how Goku and Vegeta and how the writer always wanted Goku to be the top dog. And there's another thing that I want to talk about too, real quick. This is a fun fact: is that whenever the Cell Saga came, and Gohan was actually the one that defeated Cell. Did you know that the writer wanted Gohan to be the main character of the story, and Goku was not going to be the main character. I think he was going to get killed off, or he just wasn't going to be the main character of the story. It was going to be handed off to Gohan. So that's the reason why Gohan finished off Cell. But other than that, it was always Goku. It was like the writer was never given the shine to nobody else but Goku. And maybe people do have they shine a little bit, like Vegeta, throughout the years. And then guess what? Boom, it just disperses. It disappears in like a blink of an eye. Through the Frieza movie that just came out, through all the battles back in the day, all the movies back in the day, the animations, the Buu saga, until now, even when it was Black Goku versus this. Okay, so this is how it's going to end. Whenever you're watching Dragon Ball Z, this is how it's going to end. Either Goku's going to win, or if Goku doesn't win or defeat the last guy, what's going to happen is they're going to fuse together. And if they don't fuse together, Goku's going to use a spirit bomb to win everything. That's it. It's just simple as that. It's always those three. Goku wins. If he doesn't, they're going to fuse and defeat the last guy. And if they don't fuse and defeat the last guy, what's going to happen is he's going to use the spirit bomb. Collect all the forces. And this is what happened recently in one of the comics before this one. Is called, I think, Moro. The Moro saga or Moro comic book era, whatever you want to call it. I don't know exactly what to call it. But we're going to call it saga, since anime is called saga. The Moro saga that just finished. Moro, he had Ultra Instinct, and the Ultra Instinct was kicking Moro's butt, right? He gave him a Senzu Bean. People hated that, and it's just typical Goku shit. So he gave him a Senzu Bean. After he gave him a Senzu Bean, what happened was Moro got stronger. He fused with the world, and after he fused with the world, and then Goku ended up defeating Moro from I forgot exactly what it is, but it was always Goku. And this is the same thing that happens all the time, all the time. So what I'm saying here is, and I just don't want to be someone that's ranting all day. Like, man, I came to this channel to rant all day. Nah, bro. What I want to do is try to implement a solution. But it's not going to be a detailed solution because I didn't write this down. I didn't sit down. I didn't write this down. I'm just going off a free mind. So what I want to focus on if Kubo, which is the writer of Dragon Ball Z, if he really wants to get back into into high level storytelling, or very interesting, or a mysterious storytelling that can draw the reader to your comic book, or to back to the story of Dragon Ball Z, you have to go back to one saga that I really, really enjoyed, and that's the Frieza saga, the first Frieza saga. It was amazing the way they wrote it. Even Vegeta and Nappa, and then transitioning into the Frieza saga was amazing. The middle was amazing, and the ending was, the resolution was, it was dope. It was hands down one of the top sagas in Dragon Ball Z history. People probably say it was Cell. People probably say this. That's cool. That's fine. In my opinion, it was a Frieza saga because the writing, the storytelling was really, really good. And then you understand more of the history with the Saiyan race and the relationship with Frieza and Frieza and Vegeta and his henchmen. Like the Ginyu Force, it was so dope. So we're gonna dive into that. And what else I want to talk about? Here's another thing that I believe that will help out. That would be amazing. If you took the story writing, the storytelling of Naruto, and put it in Dragon Ball Z, bro, already your mind's like, bro, I think Dragon Ball Z would be the number one of all time. You get what I'm saying? Think of it like that. The story of Naruto into Dragon Ball Z, or not the actual story, but the writing style and how they build up the Akatsuki, and how they had different twists, and how they actually let you dive into different characters. And then you seen the power, like Sakura and the other lady, the old lady, I forgot her name, they defeated an Akatsuki member that is strong and survived in that era. It's like something like that is not even close to Dragon Ball Z. It's like you would never give Vegeta something that, I would say never, and yes, he did have some cool moments, but you would never have him defeating someone of that type of caliber of group and actually win without him falling back. You know what I'm saying? And that's a disgrace to a lot of Dragon Ball Z fans, and not just that. It's that people want to see something different. That's what it is. People literally just want to see something different in Dragon Ball Z. That's literally what it is. We just want to see something completely different and compelling that will draw us. Then be like, man, I have to watch the next episode. I have to read the next manga. I have to. And that's what really draws people in. And they were leading in this direction when you had what you're looking in the background, Vegeta versus I don't even know the guy name. That's how you know. That's how you know I don't really even watch this or read the manga or keep up with it, because it's I already know how it's going to end. And even before this happened, I already said it. Goku's going to win, or Goku's going to fall, and then Vegeta's going to act like he's going to win, and then Goku's going to come back and finish it off. This is just that simple. Either he's going to finish it off, or they're going to finish it off together, or Goku's going to use a spirit bomb, or they're going to fuse. Maybe 4 different things. I would just add another. They're going to finish it off together, or it's something along those lines. That's annoying if you know the ending. And I already knew that Vegeta was not going to defeat him, because it doesn't make sense that you build up a bad guy character. You build him up from the ground up. And he's the most bad guy character, and they're finally fighting him. They're fighting this bad guy character, the baddest villain that made a wish to have him the strongest person in Universe 7. So you're listening to this guy, you're reading the manga, and this guy haven't even showed his true power yet. Think, he haven't showed his true power yet, and you're fighting Vegeta that showed his true power. And you're gonna end the series like that? Nah, I already knew they weren't gonna end the series, so I was like, wait a minute. In order to continue the series, you have to put him in a situation where he didn't use all his power, and then finally he take off one of his eye thing or whatever that was probably concealing his power. He manifested his power, took it off, and now he started using his power fully. Or maybe that's still not another transformation, because we still haven't even seen a transformation from this guy. And every Dragon Ball Z character, bad guy, has a transformation. So that's another thing that I knew. I was like, dude, this dude haven't even transformed. So why would They end the series when Vegeta just comes in and be like, boom. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I am Ultra Ego, and I hate that name. They should have called it Mega Instinct, like someone said. It's something that's better. He said Ultra Ego because my ego is I got a bad. Come on, bro. You don't have to. You don't have to state something like that. You don't have to say your ego. We already know that. Okay, we already know Vegeta's character from years and years who have been watching this. Even if you've been watching it for just 2 years or 1 year, you can understand that Vegeta has pride. Vegeta has more pride than pride of a Saiyan. He has a pride of a Saiyan. He has more pride than he ever can imagine. You know, that's his soul. He got pride. And his ego is through the roof. He's self-centered. You know, he wants himself to be the center of everything, okay? We already know this. You don't have to call it Ultra Ego. We already know he got a bad ego. You know what I'm saying? And he's self-centered. Okay, we already know. But what we want is something that is unique. Sometimes this is the number one common issue that I learned from even studying and writing books. You don't tell, but you show. Show don't tell. Have you heard of that? Show don't tell. Meaning, for example, you could say, "Hey, Vegeta's hot right now." You get what I'm saying? Or he's and I don't mean like in an attractive way. Pause. Like I mean like he's hot. He's sweating or whatever. Right? Whatever. He's hot. So when you're writing, you don't actually say it. You get what I'm saying? You tell it in different ways. So when you're writing and Vegeta's hot, you could say the sun is beaming. The sun is beaming at a high temperature that causes the uh, the sweat that runs down Vegeta's face. You get what I'm saying? Then people will understand like, oh, it's hot. So you're showing them. It's kind of like you paint a picture. And that's probably a bad analogy, but it's enough to get you understanding. Never tell someone that you have an ego. We already know you have an ego. But put things in situations. It's just like put Goku and Vegeta in a situation or a conversation where his ego takes over, but he doesn't say, oh, my ego's taking over. You know what I'm saying? So that's the number one flaw that I see right here. But anyways, so I just want to dive into what I say can be the solution, and that is the Frieza saga. So hear me out. I don't know every single thing in detail, and this is just real. I don't know everything single thing in detail, but hear me out. So number one, when you're talking about at the end of the what do you call it? So at the end of the Vegeta saga, Vegeta and Nappa, Vegeta, Goku couldn't kill him or something like that. So he let him live. He spared his life. Vegeta went inside the ball and escaped. Okay? He escaped. Goku needed to heal. All right? So Vegeta went to Planet Namek. Or he healed or whatever and went to Planet Namek. He's on Planet Namek. Now you have another issue. You have what do you call it? You have Goku's son, you have Bulma, and I believe you have Krillin. They are on the way to go to Namek. They actually arrive in Namek. Okay, so you have Vegeta, one of their number one villain that nobody can beat, and so many people died. All right, on planet Namek. Then you have your son. You have Bulma and Krillin that can't beat Vegeta, that can't beat Frieza, that can't beat the Ginyu Force, and there's a greater threat on Namek. You get what I'm saying? So right there, already, it's like you don't have the main character in the story. That's good because you're building the other characters up to so the readers can develop a relationship to them, to understand them, how they think, how they move, how they fight, and how they act when they're in tough situations, and how they act when they're in good situations. This is a great time for the writer to develop a relationship with the readers or the viewers in this situation. So this is great writing from the start. Okay, so now once you're on Planet Namek, the Goku's not even around, so you have time to build the characters. While they're on Planet Namek, you have so many things that occur. They run into Vegeta, and they realize Vegeta. They're scared of Vegeta. They're trying to stay away. They're scared. At the same time, they're scared of a bigger threat that Vegeta is scared of. And it's like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? Is Vegeta gonna kill all of them? And is Goku gonna come in time? And is Frieza gonna come out and kill Vegeta and everybody else, or is Gohan gonna create manifest a power that we never seen that Gohan have, and then end up killing Frieza and Vegeta? We don't know. Maybe Bulma's gonna start turning Super Saiyan, or maybe even though she's not a Saiyan, she probably turning Super Saiyan anyways. You know, I don't know. Yeah, but the thing is that our minds are wondering. It's a mystery. That whole thing is a mystery, and you're on Planet Namek trying to get the Dragon Ball. There's so many things. The number one thing is get the Dragon Balls to wish people back, or to wish specific things. They're looking for the Dragon Balls. Vegeta is looking for the Dragon Balls to wish himself a greater. Everybody's looking for the Dragon Balls, but at the same time, there's greater threats all around. And then guess what? You run into what? The Ginyu Force. And then not only that, you're in a situation, they put Gohan, Bulma, and Krillin in a situation that you have to team up with the villain that just almost obliterates y'all, team up together to fight a greater force. This is genius writing. And it wasn't even Frieza, it was just Frieza's henchman, Ginyu Force. The Ginyu Force is like, you know what? We finna eliminate y'all. And it was corny as hell, you know, and then you have to see the little goofy side of Kubo the writer, you know. And then while you're listening to that, while you listen to that, or reading it, anime, whatever, maybe you're listening on a radio station, or maybe you're watching on the anime. While you're doing that, you get in this situation where everybody's getting beat up, and sometimes Vegeta kills a couple of them. This was great. We actually get to see Vegeta go ham on people. You know what I'm saying? And certain, I think he killed Dabura, or he beat up a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So this was great. You know what I'm saying? And then here's another thing that came to mind as well. When was Goku going to arrive at Planet Namek? That's another puzzle too. It's a mystery. It's not a puzzle, but it's a mystery. Like, wait, when is the time? Is he going to arrive on time? You know? And he ended up coming on time. I would say on time. But when he got there, and he was strong as hell. He's strong as Frieza, or stronger than Frieza. He ended up doing something dumb, you know, typical Goku stuff. And then once he fought the leader of the Ginyu Force, Captain Ginyu, he ended up exchanging bodies, and now he had to use Captain Ginyu's body. Captain Ginyu had to use his body. This is great story writing. While Vegeta is here, it's just dope. It's just extremely dope. So let me continue, because I'm just enjoying talking about this, okay? So after that happened, you get to a situation where Goku finally gets his body back. After Goku got his body back, he went to this type of healing machine. This healing machine that he puts like an oxygen tank in. He sits in the water. Water fills up, and he's healing inside this tank. So while he's doing that, depending on what time is going to be done, on Planet Namek, Vegeta and everybody else, and Piccolo was there, had to fight the big bad guy, Frieza. This is phenomenal writing. This is phenomenal writing. And Vegeta is teaming up with the enemies that he don't like, and the good guys teaming up with the enemy that they don't like. So they end up fighting him. They coming together, and everybody's getting trashed. Frieza's going through different transformation and just trashing everybody. Okay? Some people died. Krillin died, or he was about to die, something like that. Vegeta got beat up, and then Goku finally healed and came back. And then I think Vegeta died right there. I think he did too. Frieza killed him. He died. Krillin died, and then it was just balls to the walls, bro. I mean, Goku just went ham. So what I'm saying, bro, to keep it all simple, is that if you want to take Dragon Ball Z back to where people truly love it, you have to change the story writing. You have to change who's writing the story. You don't have to change who's writing the story, but whoever's writing the story, just add different elements. Go watch Matrix for just 2 hours. Go watch Matrix for 2 hours and look at some concepts that you can come off of. Go watch Naruto for a day and look at the twist that they had. Look at different things that you can build up different type of techniques, and I'm not talking about still certain things, but watch how they do it and come up with different ideas like, wait, oh wait, I could do something like this and like this, and this will make people love Dragon Ball Z all over again. You get what I'm saying? And sorry about the helicopter if you guys hear a helicopter in the background. This will make people love just because the storytelling. Storytelling is so huge. People actually tuned in even more with the manga. If you look at the manga in the background, when you see Ultra Instinct Vegeta or Mega Instinct Vegeta, this character people really enjoy. Like, wait, dude, Vegeta's finally about to get his shine. He's finally about to get his shine. And guess what? He got beat up. Oh, I fatigue. So in this part, not in the part in the actual background, but in this manga, in this chapter, he actually fatigued because he was taking too many shots. He became ultra ego, and then he started to every time Granola was hitting him with shots, Vegeta just ran through him. It was like he didn't have no conscience to evade him. Like, hold on, you're a part of God of Destruction. You understand you're all about destruction. Even Beerus will evade a shot or put a force around him because he has the intelligence to do so. Like, does this not come with intelligence and just power? There's so many questions that you have to ask. And what else abilities did you come? Just power, power, power? And here's another thing that I do not like about Dragon Ball Z that needs to be addressed. And the number one thing is the power system. You don't have the creativity that you have with like it is in Bleach. And you probably like, well, if you want that power system in Bleach, go watch Bleach. It's not just that. It's giving the reader and the author ideas to create more attraction to the comic book, to the readers. This is how you create more attractions. When I look at Bleach or watch Bleach, Bleach have so many dope things. You get what I'm saying? When it comes to abilities, and even the manga of the Blood Arc and how all their abilities come into sequence. Even the Espada ability is so dope. The number one reason why I really like the Espada is simply because that every time you see a new character, the new character that you see, it's always a mystery because you don't know their awakened form. And you don't know their abilities to their awakened form. In Dragon Ball Z, people have an awakened form and it's just power. And this is what all their transformations. Super Saiyan 1 is just stronger. That's it. Super Saiyan 2, you're just stronger than that. Super Saiyan 3, you're just stronger than that. And then you go to Super Saiyan 4, but they didn't like Super Saiyan 4 because Kubo didn't write it or whatever. So you go into Super Saiyan God, which is supposed to be God-like, but it's actually not God-like, and they call it God-like, but it's just power than Super Saiyan 3. And then Super Saiyan Blue is powered to Super Saiyan God. You get what I'm saying? But there's no extra abilities that come with it. There's no science that comes with it. There's no intelligent things that come with it or anything. And then guess what? After this, it comes Super Saiyan or Ultra Instinct, and then complete Ultra Instinct, and then that's better than everything, and that's pretty cool. Where Ultra Instinct actually comes with something that's real science about the human mind too, about how your mind can react or to move without thinking once you master things. And that's actually called your subconscious. When you program things in your subconscious, then you're awakening to a higher level. And a lot of people don't understand that, but they actually explained that, which is called Ultra Instinct. But that's actually a cool concept, but that's it. And I'm like, okay, and this is the most powerful thing. And then guess what? There's another transformation that Vegeta got, and Vegeta got Ultra Ego. And then when you have Ultra Ego is just stronger like that. And then strong, and then strong. There's no limit, and there's no science behind it. And then guess what? After this, mark my words, the next transformation is just going to be, oh, I'm stronger. Now I'm a god. And then they're just stronger. Instead of putting something that is intelligent. For example, if you have like a sword, okay, maybe you have a sword, and every time you cut people, it's not like, oh, I cut people with power. You cut people and nothing happens. You realize what's going on. And you probably cutting maybe their insides, but then you're not really cutting their insides. It's just an illusion that you're cutting their insides. You get what I'm saying? but nothing's actually happened to him. It's everything's happened in the mind. But they don't have stuff like that. This would be like, oh snap, you can't get cut by that. Instead of like, oh, I got a power. Now I got an arrow. Pew, pew. Now this new guy in the background, I'm pointing that way. This new guy in the background, you have in this comic book, he just have the pistols, and it's like, okay, you got pistols, but what else can you have? This abilities, like give him like even two more abilities that's not just power, 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 but something that can be like in Naruto, you have genjutsus, or maybe he can summon something, or maybe he can open a portal, but the portal he can't actually go in it. It can be he can only manifest things from the portal, and then once everything comes from the portal, it has a weakness and a strength, and stuff like that. And go in detail, and it's not like that. I'm sorry to hear if you guys made it this far. I really appreciate it. I thank you, but when it comes to this situation, I gotta vent. I'm venting right now. Y'all listening to me vent if y'all made it this far, and I just really wish the system is actually a lot better and a lot more intelligent. Um, that would be extremely dope to listen to and to. Bro, I'm sitting here just thinking about it. Like, I'll pause for a minute. But yeah, so that's my solution, man. And my solution is if he goes back, don't show. I'm sorry, don't tell, show. Show and don't tell, number one. Number two, add different abilities and elements in the Dragon Ball Z movement. That's what I want them to do. Um, Elements of different powers. I want to see some type of magic stuff, or maybe if not magic, or a different type of power system that is not just from Saiyan, but another race, but has a different type of. You don't have to use the energy, but maybe they're using just magic, and they're using energy. Like Dragon Ball Z use energy, and they're using magic, or they're not using magic. They're using uh I don't know what you're gonna call it. Call it shockers or shock waves. And the shock waves is not just power, power, power. It's more on. It's based off of stuff that is extremely different. For example, you know how in Naruto and some of their chakras ability, people have chakra, yeah, right. But some people abilities have like the one girl in Akatsuki, she had paper. She can literally do everything with paper. Everything, paper bombs, paper this. This was so genius to me. And then her whole body can turn into paper, come back. She could turn into newspaper if you wanted. And then she created a whole ocean of one of her trump cards. She created a whole ocean of paper bombs. That is genius. Do something like that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of paper, you can have cardboard. His skin is made out of cardboard, and then he could do things with cardboard and have detail, and then have a trump card, a medium card, a lesser card, and just go in detail. I just want this to be better. If you want this to be better, and like I said, it's up to the writer to do this, and I don't see this going extremely. When it comes to the story is just going to be, it's just always going to be the same. People are going to be mad. But the thing is that people will always watch it just because it's Dragon Ball Z. And just like me, if they come up with another movie, I'm going to watch the movie just because it's Dragon Ball Z. Not because of the story of it. Of course not. We already know what we're going to get. Just like when you open up a box of chocolate, you already know what you're going to get. But you're not really focused on the story or anything or storytelling or what he has developed with the story. You're actually really focused on the characters, and hopefully the characters do justice. That's it. Maybe you come up with a new character, and there's so many dope new characters that are out there that you can create. New different races, new different, even the system of bro, Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan 5 would be so dope. Who remembers Super Saiyan 5 AF? That was amazing. Super Saiyan 5 AF was extremely dope, 100%. Extremely. So I would love for them to do something like that, Dragon Ball AF. If you guys want a whole video on that, I'll go ahead and talk about that. I'm just random right now. But anyways, go back to the Frieza saga and understand the writing system and how he built that up to get to the level he was at around that time. That would be extremely dope. Understand it, study it, manifest it, and you can actually use that same system and rubric into in another new arc. You can use that in another new arc, and people will love you for it. 100%, 100%, but not exactly the same, but switch up a little bit of things, a lot of different things, and put people in situations, for example, like Vegeta and Goku, if they're not there, put other people in situations that they have to come and save another individual without them being there. That would be dope. And then you have to do a character development. We already seen Trunks and stuff like that. This is the reason why I didn't really like the Black Goku art. We already seen Trunks, and what Trunks came back with the Cell, and then Cell, and after that they had another movie of Trunks with Cooler, I think. Another. It's like, bro, okay, we want new characters, brand new characters that is look tight, that is dope like Trunks and Vegeta and Goku, Gohan. Not Gohan because he a little simp, but anybody else, you know what I'm saying? And that's my thoughts. And I'm not gonna. This video is already 30 minutes long. I'm not gonna go too far, but I really appreciate you guys if you guys made it this long. And if you guys like the video, actually give me at least like 30 likes and let me know if you guys really want me to talk about this even more. But yeah, that's about it, and I'm out.